It's wide open, as Coach Fish and Coach Harbaugh said, and this is a kid that I think from a mentality standpoint and a temperament standpoint is uniquely equipped to really, really compete. Here's Alex Malzone.
Sam Webb here with Mr. Alex Malzone on the Signing Day Extravaganza here. Alex, for you, it's a little bit different because you've been on campus for a while already.
Yes, sir. Enrolled in January 4th. Decided to be an early enrollee to get a head start with school and participate in spring ball. So I've been here for about a month, and I'm absolutely loving it up here.
All right, so let's go back during the process because, it was a long journey. I remember seeing you sophomore year, seeing the talent, seeing the arm, but it took a little while longer for belief to kind of be widespread. You had to kind of overcome some doubts. Kind of take us through that.
Yeah, I'd say recruiting process really started out slow. Sophomore year, I played a little bit for my high school at Brother Rice, and then junior year was a full-time starter, and I picked up my very first offer after my first game of my junior year, and pretty much from there things just started progressing, starting to get bigger schools more interested and bigger offers, and then about springtime, last year around April, May is when things kind of really took off from certain schools. And then last year, May 12th, Coach Hoke and the past coaching staff here at Michigan offered me, and accepted the day I committed. And from then on, I've pretty much just shut down my recruitment.
Gotcha. All right. So on the field, it was one thing. Like I said, you've always had the talent. But, people said you were a baseball guy. Then they said, hey, he might not quite be tall enough. Hey, he might not be fast enough. Hey, it's how strong is his arm? Did you hear that kind of stuff? Did it ever affect you, or did you hear it and it was just motivation?
Yeah, a lot of people would always say that stuff. I'd see a lot of articles about that stuff, even though I try to really not read too much stuff, just go out there and do my thing. But yeah, it was definitely motivation. A lot of people didn't really think Michigan was the place for me, and it was always the place that I wanted to play. Just getting that offer and just having the success that I had at Brother Rice, it just felt great to know that I can overcome adversity from what other people think. And that's something that has helped me to know I can always improve and get better, and that's something that I want to keep doing further and further on in my career.
Your even-keeled approach. You kind of roll with the punches. You let it slide right off you. Know your dad a little bit. He can be a little more boisterous, a little more out there. Where does this kind of laid-back, Malzone, Alex Malzone come from?
Yeah, it's something that I've really always been about, especially on the field, too, because, there's always those games or those moments where you're all riled up, like the Super Bowl, you're on the 1-yard line, everyone's freaking out, and you just got to stay calm. And that's especially what you need out of the quarterback position, too, because that's what people look for at times of adversity, and that's something that I feel like I do best. I know in my years at Brother Rice, we had some come-from-behind victories, some last-second touchdown passes at the end or last-second drives. I just feel like when the pressure's on for me, that's when I am the best and when I strive to be the best. Because that's something that I love, and I love football, and I just keep trying to get better and better every single day.
Talking to Alex Malzone here, Signing Day Extravaganza on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. All right, so Alex, you overcome those odds. You win state titles. You get that Michigan offer. Then a different kind of challenge kind of comes because now you got the Block M on your chest, and you start hearing from other school, from other fan bases and whatnot. Certainly heard from Ohio State guys. So take me back to when you go down, you compete in one of the camps, and you say, "Hey, this is not the last time." I can't remember what you exactly said in the tweet, but did you get your first real taste of the rivalry at that point?
Yeah, I actually remember exactly what the tweet said. I said it won't be the last time. I'm in a good mood driving home from Columbus, and I just feel like the rivalry, it's great, and the history and the tradition that it has, it's amazing. And the last couple of years, Michigan hasn't had their best years, but against Ohio State, they've been great games to watch because each team always comes ready to play, even if one hadn't had the season that they expected to have. I can't wait for the rivalry, and I feel like this year I feel like it'd be a little different.
Now, you are a guy, as we just talked about, you're very laid back, very monotone in your approach, but there's that little swagger that comes out where I remember you tweeting one day, keep doubting me, and then you made that tweet about Ohio State. There's a little edge to you too as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's always got to play with a little edge, especially with a sport like football, and especially playing the quarterback position. I mean, you can't be soft, you can't be letting the next guy come around, because when you have that moment or have that play that you got to make, you got to take it. So I mean, yeah, you got to have a little edge, have a little juice, and I feel like that's definitely something about me that helps me be a better player.
That's how I describe you. You have all the intangibles in the world, the moxie that is second to none. But kind of take me in the booth and pretend that you're a scout and you're watching Alex Malzone on the field. Break down his game. Break down your game for me.
I mean, there's always knacks that people always say too short and too slow, and I mean, I feel through by playing at high school that I've proved all those people wrong, and I mean, I'm still just trying to get better, and then I'm hoping to have the same success here at Michigan, and that starts during spring ball and improving and getting better. But from a scouting standpoint, I just hope people really see what I'm truly about and how much the passion and the love that I have for the game, and just that I can do all the other great things that all the 6'4" and 6'5" quarterbacks that can do, that are bigger. But I just feel like there's not that much difference, not that much gap in between there.
Now, you ever heard the comparison to Chad Henne? Anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of people say that. I know the first one was when I was at Elite 11 with Jordan Palmer, because he knew him pretty well from coaching him up when he was going to the draft, and he just felt that I was pretty similar to him, and from the neck up too, just from a mind standpoint, kind of similar personalities. I haven't met him yet, so I couldn't say so myself, but yeah, I've definitely heard that a lot.
All right, so kind of winding down here, we're talking to Alex Malzone, Signing Day Extravaganza on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. So it's a wide open competition. I mean, this is, you don't have a returning starter. Shane hasn't had that much playing time. You all are starting with a new offense. So kind of take me into the mindset, kind of take me into what Coach Harbaugh has kind of said to you already about what the competition is going to be like for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, when Coach Harbaugh got the job, I talked to him on the phone the same day he was announced the coach. And, I mean, he talked about that, talked about how he wasn't really going to base past games here at Michigan on his influence of who he thought should be quarterback. He said it's wide open, and whoever comes ready to play spring ball and fall camp, they're going to get the job. And I mean, like you said, I feel like it's open. But I mean, I've gotten to know Shane and Wilton and a couple of the other guys too, and we've been working hard together. We've been throwing a lot, and I'm so excited for spring ball. I know it's about 3 weeks away, and that's been a date on my mind that I've had for a while.
Now, you are a guy who you have some chemistry with some guys already. I mean, you got Grant Perry, you got Brian Cole here now. I mean, you have a little bit of an in with some of these guys already, and then you throw on top of that being coached by a guy who played here, who played in the league and coached in the league. I mean, there is a high level of comfort for you. But take me into what you thought when you first heard about. I know what you thought when you heard about Brian and Grant and those guys. But when you heard that your coach is going to be Jim Harbaugh, what did that mean to you?
I was definitely more than excited about it. I mean, I feel like he was definitely the right move that the team needed. I just feel like he brings like an edge, like we talked about. Just brings an edge to the team and brings a little bit more attitude to the team. I mean, he's a very business-like person, and just sitting with him and getting to know him really excites me. And I just feel like we got a lot of the right tools from the coaching staff and the players that are on the team right now. We just got to keep working hard and then put it together. Because I mean, I feel like there's just so much more that this team can accomplish.
And last one for you, Alex. This class, you were instrumental in helping bring some of these guys to the fold. I mean, we just talked about Grant. You know, he liked Michigan anyway, but it had to be great for you to be here. Talk about this class, you being Jim Harbaugh's first class, a class that could maybe get things turned around. Is that something that you guys have talked about? And especially you in-state guys, how big is that for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, this class has definitely been a roller coaster with all the commits and decommits. I mean, that's just what happens when it goes through a coaching change. But I feel like a lot of the guys that are in the class, I've gotten to know a lot of them. I just feel like we've gotten to know each other, and I feel like it's really solid. I mean, we're definitely not the highest ranked class, but there's a lot of guys in this class that know Michigan, and they're very excited to play for Michigan, and that's the kind of people that you want to have at your school. And I know signing day is tomorrow, and we're still in pretty good favorites for a couple of the other top recruits in the country. So I have a good feeling that it'll end strong. But no matter what happens, I know the guys that we have right now I'm very confident about, and I feel they're definitely going to help this team going forth.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Appreciate it.